So
Yeah, man. So
breakups.
Yeah. So basically, how did basically I want to ask you a question, right? Okay. Have you ever got into a breakup before, or or have somebody ever dumped you, and how did you pretty much overcame that breakup? Basically, what are the effective coping strategies for dealing with emotional pain or a breakup? Or maybe you didn't have no emotional pain at all. Maybe you just shrugged it off.
Shit. I am a human, sir. don't get that twisted, man. Trust me, we done all swung at the air like Cuba Gooding on Boys in the Hood. We done all came in the door swinging at the air, my G.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, that's just keeping it a buck, right?
Yep.
I appreciate you.
I would say, all right. So look, right. I've always been very thankful that even before I got deep into relationships, I've always had my outlets as far as like my hobbies, what I do. My friends will call me walking art, whatever. I like to do creative things. I do wood carvings, I do stone carvings, I draw, I write, lyrics, poetry, spoken word. I make beats. I do these things. Usually what I do is I go ahead and I turn to my outlets. And it's not just for a breakup. That's like with anything harsh in life I'm going through. It could be a death in the family. It could be anything. You gotta have that place that, that section in your mind that you're able to just go to, right? The mind, it has a whole bunch of rooms. There are many, many rooms. But the one room that never fills up and never is overstuffed is the room for improvement. So when these things happen, I go off into that room. That's where I go to, right? So I look at it more so as, to me, that's a much more healthier way to deal with whatever stress I'm going through. Example, like, and this isn't no shot at women. I'm not throwing no shots at the ladies, right? But like, I always wondered, like, why do most of my exes always got a nigga right there as soon as they roll out? There's like really, like with most women, there's no grievance period. Literally, they hang up with you, the phone's ringing, or they're dialing. So I had to figure that out. And what I realized, more so than like a hoish aspect, although that can be the case too. But more so than that, what I recognize is that that's really a lot of women's way of coping with a breakup. They actually do not like the fact that y'all broke up. They don't like what went on, and they don't know how to deal with that shit to themselves. So a lot of times, psychologically, what'll happen is they'll go ahead and they'll move right on. They'll make sure they got a nigga ready to go as they're planning to leave your ass. They planned that shit months ago. You just didn't see it. So what I'm saying to say is, when dealing with a breakup, it's all about how you retain outlets. Some people use outlets as far as either drinking or smoking. Some people use outlets as far as a creative aspect. Some people use the outlets to go ahead and shit on the world and say, damn everybody. Some people, their outlet is bitching and complaining. And then you have some folks, their outlet is to just move right on without a second thought about it, without a time to think to yourself, what took place here so I don't make the mistake there. But I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.